Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review from my kitchen. One day I'll be back in the beer room, but it won't be until winter subsides, and sadly that's looking into March before that happens. So tonight, as with Christmas, bought a lot of wines and spirits in. We didn't have no visitors, which, yeah, in some ways I'm glad for, to be honest. I'll drink it myself, so I'll drink it, others drinking my beers and wines. So, I'm going to review for the first time Yellowtail Pinot Noir. Got it from Tesco's when they did their buy 6 get 25% off. So, and it was on offer at £6, so I got it for £4.50. £4.50 for a Yellowtail. You know, you just can't fault that. You know, if you go anywhere like Sainsbury's and other shops, it's £8 all the time. People like places like Bargain Booze rather, it's 2 for £12. They do that a lot on their Yellowtails. So you have to shop around to get the best bargain. Luckily I got paid at the right time, because obviously money's a thing. You know, I'm not somebody who's rich who can go out and afford to buy every single spirit or, you know, whatever they want to buy. So, you know, you buy when you can, and half the time, you know, when you visit shops that you don't normally visit, then you go and you see something you haven't seen before, especially more with beers than anything, because obviously there's a hell of a lot of wines. You know, there's no way on God's green earth that I'm going to review every single wine that's out. I'd need a shed load of money, and I'd also probably drink myself into oblivion. But you know, with beers, it's great to go to new places, and you know, when you walk in, it's like, oh, I've never had that before. And I went into B&M today, B&M Bargains, and another beer I've not seen before, so picked it up, ready for a reviewing at some stage. So yeah, on Tesco's website it actually says, if I can click on it, when it loads up. So anyway, I'll pour it out while it decides to load up. Oh, I'll be half asleep before it. All I can see is oranges at the moment. So I've drank the rest of the bottle tonight. That's all that's left of the bottle. I had a nice Chinese. I had some duck breast. They got from Lidl. Lovely duck breast with peppers over the top, and then we got some Chinese stuff from Tesco's. And we had a cheap Chinese basically, and really nice. But the duck breasts, ooh, a bit like steaks, where you cook them and they can be rare, medium, or well done, and you can eat them like you would a steak, or you can shred them up and have them in your pancakes. We shredded them up, had them in the pancakes. But in future, if I see them again, I'm going to get them and then use them as a steak, you know, because they're rich, they're oily, and if you have them with a nice, good strong red wine like a Pinot Noir or a Malbec, you know, be a nice drink, nice drink and food together. So this Yellowtail Pinot Noir is everything a great wine should be. I've heard all this before, to be fair. Bright, juicy and easy to drink. Flavours of cherries, red berries and sweet spice. And then it goes on about, in the small Australian town of Yenda, the Casella family have been making wine for generations. It is here that Yellowtail was created with a simple philosophy to make great wines for everyone to enjoy. Can't fault that philosophy. As a person who's, you know, over the years I've actually drank quite a bit of red wine now, but I'm no expert. You know, I've been on wine courses with the Sainsbury's head office, and you know, you learn things from there and you adapt, you know, that. And what I can say is I absolutely love Yellowtail wines. You know, every one of them is beautiful. Straight away, really lovely taste of cherries, red berries, you know, that sort of thing, and very easy to drink. You know, not nasty on the go down. The spices, there's a little bit of spice there, but it's very sweet, not very sweet, but very subtle. You know, to me, this is a very easy drinking wine. Probably more easy drinking than the Shiraz, which I rate as one of my favourites. It's the first bottle I've ever had of it. Oh, and it's really, really nice, you know. I mean, for the price, £4.50. Its usual price at Tesco, standard price, is either £7 or £8. Let's be fair. What I was told by somebody who works quite high up was, whenever the standard price of any wine is what they want it to be, whatever they fabricate it to be, the offer price is the genuine price of the wine. So if the offer price of that is normally a £5, that's the price you should be buying it at. Don't buy it at the inflated price. Buy it at the offer price, which is the usual price. I'm not sure 100%, you know, where they come in with that, but I mean, I presume they pay, you know, £2-3 a bottle for this, and you know, because to sell it for £4.50, no one's going to be selling anything for a loss. I know they do on certain things, but realistically, I don't. You know, they'll sell it for what what profit they can get for it. When the new laws came in regarding spirits, they took our discount offers at Sainsbury's. We used to get anything up to 20% at some stages off spirits, and then this law came in where basically 70cl of spirits cannot be sold for less than something like £9, and a litre cannot be sold for anything less than about £13. So the cheapest you'll see in shops basically ever is about £9.99 for a bottle of 70cl, 40% strength that is, and £14 for a litre bottle of 40%, say whiskey or whatever, you know. £14's the lowest they'll go to, because that's what the law says. You can't sell it on the road. So my apologies for that. Phone went off. My daughter. You can't be having somebody interrupt you in the middle of a review. So I've totally forgot where I was. But anyway, this is quality, you know. I can't fault the Yellowtails for what they are. They are quality red wines, and at an affordable price, you know. I don't think any of us should be paying silly price for red wines, because I mean, unless you're really into the fine wines, you know, if you want to pay £500 a bottle, that's up to you. But for the majority of people, you know, especially in Britain, we are looking for a wine that's cheap, tastes good, you know, and obviously gets drunk in the end. And that's all that matters, you know. Wines that taste good on their own, but also equally as good with food. I myself, I absolutely love steaks. I think it's because, you know, as a child and as a teenager and even as an early adult, couldn't afford steaks. And it's only really till I started working at Sainsbury's. And, you know, we'd have the reductions. And you get like £11 steaks going down to some daft like £2. And you'd buy them at that because obviously, wow, you know. And it started me on them. I mean, I'd have steaks when I went to the, you know, on meals with friends and family and that, but never really had them in the house. But that started me off, and now I eat steak just about every week now, at least. And you know, so having a good red wine with steak is really good, especially in the summer months when we're all outdoors doing barbecues. Hopefully this year will be another good warm year, you know, as early as possible, because I work outside and I don't want it being cold. You know, we've got a cold snap coming up from this Thursday onwards, and it's going to hit us quite hard. You know, basically a high of 4 in the daytime, 0 at night. So you know, it's going to be a good cold snap. 2 weeks of really cold temperatures. So, you know, something to... all these bulbs that are coming up early will get a right shock. But anyway, very good wine. Oh, beautiful. So out of 5. First time I've had it, 4.6 out of 5. Really liked it. Quality wine. I've only ever seen this at Tesco's. Whether it's anywhere, I don't know. But I've only ever seen it at Tesco's. So, you know, if you really want it, get yourself down there. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.